What's packing with you, YouTube? This your man, King Howie, back with another video. And as the world spins out of control over the R. Kelly interview, the Jussie Smollett indictment charges, 16 counts, the Michael Jackson Leaving Neverland documentary, and now Antonio Brown going to the Raiders. The Green Bay Packers, Titletown. The Green Bay Packers had one of the Packer greats retired, John Kuhn, decided to hang up the cleats and move on into football immortality as probably one of the greatest fullbacks, which is a dying position in the NFL. One of the greatest fullbacks in NFL history. He'll go to the Hall of Fame. Played 12 years. Came in, drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers, won the championship there. Then later on, I think right after that year, came to the Green Bay Packers and had a successful career there. Spent the remainder of his years with the New Orleans Saints, where he did great things with them as well. So congratulations, John Kuhn. We appreciate everything that you did for the Packer organization. And one last final time, Kuhn! Congratulations, man. Other things in Packer news, of course, they're going to keep going on with this whole Matt LaFleur. Is he the right guy for Aaron Rodgers? Or is him and Aaron Rodgers going to get along? Who's going to be the play caller? You know, they're going to drill that shit into our heads. Well, Aaron Rodgers, listen to what he has to say. You know, they have Matt LaFleur going on this little I don't know what to call it, this kind of like meet and greet circuit right now to get, you know, all of the reporters and networks to get used to his face. That's what it looks like to me. No disrespect to Matt LaFleur, but this whole parading him around, you know, trying to get his face out there in the news, and oh, this is Sean McVay's protege, and you know, all of this shit that I'm looking at. I'm just like, look, man, we get it. He's a new coach. Now let's talk about something else. Let's move on from, you know, trying to show us how good Matt LaFleur looks. You know, we won't know how good he looks until we start seeing that win-loss record. That's when we'll find out how good he looks. So all of this, you know, painting him and making him up and parading him around and putting him on all of these, having all of these meetings and interviews with the press and paparazzi and all of that shit, man, cut that shit out. We need to be moving on to other things. Couple of off-season things going on. I know that the Packers met with Clay Matthews. It seems like they're planning to release Nick Perry. They already let one of the guys that we picked up from the Colts, the linebacker Morrison. He's gone. Don't know what they're going to do about Brian Bulaga yet. Haven't really, you know, caught up with the news about him. I heard that the Lions let TJ Lang walk. You know, go get TJ Lang, bring him back. You know, I'm just saying. There's reports of the Packers going after Dee Ford, the defensive end for the Kansas City Chiefs, who they already franchise tagged, but they're saying that if he decides, or whoever gets him, I know it's between the 49ers. I don't know if there's any other teams that's like linked into trying to get him, but I know for sure it's the 49ers and the Packers. But they're saying if he gets picked by a team that he's still going to hold out because he wants a long-term deal, which all of these NFL players pretty much want. They want a long-term deal with, fair, guaranteed money. I don't know, man. I don't know if the Packers is going to be willing to deal with that. Who knows? They did say that they were going to try to be aggressive in free agency this year, which is coming up March 13th, next week, where we'll find out how aggressive the Green Bay Packers will be in free agency. I hope they go get the guy from the offensive lineman from the Rams. The Rams are not bringing him back. Hey, that's what I'll do. If I'm in free agency, I'm going after some veteran offensive linemen to protect Aaron Rodgers. No more of that going through the draft bullshit, trying to get somebody to clean up the right side of the line. Screw all that bullshit. No more of that. We need to go get some veteran, football savvy minded, smart offensive linemen that's going to do their job and protect the $134 million bill that we have acquired, and we're going to have to pay Aaron Rodgers his other $68 million that he's supposed to be getting is coming up pretty soon, in a couple of weeks, or maybe a week from now, so we got to pay that. So if it comes to free agency, if you could get a pass rusher, somewhere in free agency, find a guy that can, if you plan on moving on from Clay. If you plan on moving on from Clay, I would suggest that you go get a defensive end in free agency. Since Nick Perry ain't working out, you talking about cutting him, go get a defensive end in free agency. It's better to have somebody that has experience, and then you could go and draft a stud. I'm hearing a lot about Montez Sweat and a couple of other guys, but if you want to put some experience on that side of the ball where you know what you're paying for, and not, hold on, they driving crazy. You know what you're getting, and not seeing what you're going to get is two totally different things. So if I'm looking at it, I would try to go take care of that in free agency. I'm not sure how much money we're going to save in cap space, depending on how many people we let go, and how many cap penalties we willing to take on. That's all depending on who the Green Bay Packers want to stay there, but they want to keep there. So hopefully the Green Bay Packers, during the combine, they got a chance to talk to the players that they're very interested in, because Matt LaFleur did say when he was with McVay that they kind of did renegade interviews where they just went and just talked to anybody and everybody, the people that they wanted to talk to. So hopefully they met with the people that they wanted to talk to, gearing up for the draft, and hopefully those guys come to Green Bay ready and willing to work hard to be successful in the NFL. And not only that, get us back to the playoffs and to a Super Bowl. That's the whole point of all of this. Fixing everything. I mean, I understand it's not going to take. I know it's not going to be an overnight thing. It's going to have to take maybe a season or two so we could really see what we got. But we got to have a foundation. We have to have a foundation, and it's going to have to, start with the head coach, the guy that they brought here. I don't know what direction Green Bay is going to go with the first pick. I'm hearing defensive end. They're saying this is one of the biggest drafts for a defensive end, defense period. I know we got 10 picks. We didn't get any compository picks, which was which is, not really nothing. I mean, you want compository picks. You want as many picks as possible. You know what I'm saying? You want as many picks as possible going into the draft. That way you could play with some of the picks. You know what I'm saying? You could trade a couple here, you know what I'm saying, and move up, move down, go after the guys you really want to go after guys that some teams might have missed out on to benefit your roster. But with 10 picks, I don't really think Green Bay is going to be doing too much moving around, unless they're willing to trade for some extra picks. Who knows how Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst are looking at the draft and potential trades that might come up within the first round, because they all hear what can and what might happen. They all hear it. They all hear it, man. It's no way that these guys are not, communicating with each other, trying to get leverage and get the edge on getting the best guys on the team. So I don't know what's going down with Randall Cobb. I wish I did. The news reports came out saying that the Patriots were trying to trade for Randall Cobb, but the Packers didn't go through with the trade. And Aaron Rodgers did specify how important Randall Cobb is to the scheme of the offense and making the offense much more dynamic when he's out there on the field contributing. So who knows what Randall Cobb's agent is asking for, along with Clay Matthews' agents. Who knows what they're asking for, and how much the Green Bay Packers are willing to bend to bring them back or let them go. To be honest, I see Randall Cobb staying more than I see Clay Matthews. At first I was seeing more Clay Matthews staying, which I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind Clay Matthews staying. I wouldn't mind him or Randall Cobb staying. It just depends on how important the Green Bay Packers think they are to the organization. Now, I think Clay Matthews is going to be more important. So, I take that back. I think Clay Matthews will probably stay, and they probably let Randall Cobb walk. That's how I'm looking at it, because, Clay, Defensive Player of the Year and all of those things, accolades that he did in the uniform and, for the team and the organization, the impact Clay has had on the culture of the Green Bay Packers, so I could see Clay Matthews staying. I could see Randall Cobb leaving, and that's no disrespect to Randall Cobb. I mean, I love Cobb. You know what I'm saying? I love Cobb. I love what he's brought to the table. But it's going to be unfortunate, if he's gone and we go on to win a Super Bowl without him. I think that'll hurt him. So. And who knows how much money Randall Cobb is with. He might take a pay cut. He might want to take a Sean Lee deal. He might want to take a Sean Lee deal, a $3.5 million deal, and then you can make the rest of your money up in incentives in the contract. He might want to take the Sean Lee deal. So I hope Randall Cobb stays. I'd love to see him out there with St. Brown and Scantlin and Moon and Adams. I would love to see him out there. Graham, Robert Tonyan, another guy they decided to keep. So I think the Green Bay, a lot of people were saying the Green Bay Packers should get another tight end. But we'll see. We'll see how Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst, and might as well throw Mark up in there too, since he's going to be spearheading this whole thing. Hopefully the Green Bay Packers could go out there and draft some studs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go in here, oh, we should draft this guy in the first round and this guy at this pick, and we should do this and do that. I believe the Packers will do and do. I'm not finna go into all of that. And this guy, he played at this college, and they're going to try to transition him over to a 4-3 to a 3-4. I'm not trying to do all that. I'm just be real with y'all. I'm going to probably be the realest no disrespect to the realest cheesehead. Shout out to him, but man, I'm a straight shooter, man, when it comes about this team. You know what I'm saying? There's some other guys I want to talk about, but they ain't did enough. They ain't really did enough. I forget the what's his name? I forgot his name. The guy that came in last couple of games of the season, D Lyman. You know what I'm saying? He kind of made his presence felt. We still thinking about bringing Mo Wilkerson back, and he wants to come back, so that's a good thing. And I know he's a Mike Pettin guy, so. And I'm hearing that they might be trying to move Josh Jackson to safety and Jair Alexander to strong safety, and they might try to go get another slot corner to fill in, and they're going to try to get Kevin King, injury-prone ass, out there and try to see if he can do some things. And I'm like, come on, man. Just go out there, get the guys that's going to fit the system, and get the guys you could get the most out of. Get the guys that's going to be enthusiastic about putting on the Green Bay Packer jersey uniform every fucking Sunday. Get the guys that's willing to go 0 to 100 real quick, and get guys that's willing to perform. Get guys that's willing to go out there and have fun, play fast, physical, and smart. You know, just get guys that's gonna buy into the system, man. That's basically all I really want. I just want guys that's gonna go out there and play football. You know what I'm saying? Like, we keep dealing with these Oren Burks. You know, like, get the fuck out of here, man. No disrespect to you, man. No disrespect to you. You know, these guys be having little flashes here and there, and then people be thinking like, oh, he's the greatest thing since a slice of bread. Like, y'all all got on my ass. Y'all all got on my ass about Jair Alexander. Y'all, oh, he was probably the best defensive back we had. Still got burnt. Like I said, still got burnt. Still was having motherfuckers burn him out there. God bless his heart. You know what I'm saying? Still got burned. He's on Pro Football Focus. He's one of the top blah, 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 blahs. Still was getting burned. What about that one play he made on Adam Thielen? Still lost the game. Still was losing. So don't come at me with that Jair Alexander shit. I get it. I get it. He was the highest ranked. He was one of the highest ranked people in his draft class at that position. That's all he was. And that's all you can go by. And I understand that. But like I be telling y'all, man, when these players get into the NFL, some of these players have culture shock. Some of them be like, whoa, this is different from college. Some of these dudes go to the wrong teams. Some of these dudes just feel too much pressure and can't handle it, mentally break down. You know what I mean? College football, Pop Warner football, high school football, it's not like the NFL. Totally different ball game. You know what I mean? You go from not making no money in the college and then jumping right into the pros, and you Saquon Barkley and you in the backfield, and it's a linebacker on the opposite side of the field that's been playing for like 7 or 8 years that's making damn near $10 million a year. Who knows the ins and outs, knows how the game goes. It's a different ball game at that level. You got cameras in your face, you got press, you got reporters, you got, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot more going on. It's a lot more going on. You got to learn a new scheme, new verbiage. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully the guys that we get can buy into the system. You know, and be successful under Matt LaFleur era. That's what we in now. Next 4 or 5 years, this is all Matt LaFleur. So, this is just a small update. I'll check out whoever the fuck we pick in the draft after the draft. All of this. Oh, I gotta see who we're gonna get, who I think we should get, who I think we should pick. Fuck all that. That shit is just a waste of time and a headache. You know what I'm saying? Because one minute you thinking the Packers should get this guy, and then they saying some other funny name like Jason Spriggs, and you like, what? Who? Why? I thought we had concerns at this position. Like, if you was going to draft the old lineman, why didn't you get a good one? You drafted a fucking 6-rounder. A motherfucker that you know ain't going to see the field. I mean, he seen the field. It wasn't impressive. So, y'all be the judge. This is your man, King Howie, signing out. To all the Packer Nation fans out there, go Pack, go.